Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Steele Stadium. We're the McLean County Sports Network, and we are excited to be bringing you live Round 1 2020 KHSAA Gridiron Playoff action between your McLean County Cougars and the Owensboro Catholic Aces. I'm Heath Hicks. Alongside me is Drew Crabtree. Say hello, Drew.
Hello, Drew.
Also beside us is David Hicks. Say hello, Dave.
Hello.
And Drew, Dave, excited to bring this game to you guys is kind of an understatement. It has been 7 weeks to the day since our Cougars last stepped foot on this very field. And here we are tonight, about to play Owensboro Catholic in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long 2 months, especially coming back. You're coming back into the playoffs, which is a whole new season altogether. Whenever you get going, everybody tries to build their season for the playoffs. And before you know it, the playoffs are here. But in this season, the playoffs are literally here, and we're back here at Steele Stadium where we left you off last time. A rivalry, a matchup. It's going to get very heated. It should, but I'm expecting a very good ball game.
I am too. And before we get into our look-fors for tonight, we do want to give a little bit of a summary. The last time we met these Aces, Owensboro Catholic won here 0-37. Catholic started off hot on offense and never really slowed down. McLean County struggled on offense early and can really never get on track, especially after Matthew Miller, quarterback, went down with an injury and did not return in that game. Some key performers from McLean County that night was Andrew Munster, who led us in rushing with 47 yards. He also led us in tackles with 16. Sophomore running back Lucas Mosey also ran the ball 8 times for 46 yards, just behind Andrew Munster. And then defensive end Gabe Whitmer was definitely one of the brightest stars for McLean County, recording 10 tackles, including 1.5 sacks. For Owensboro Catholic, Lincoln Clancy, sophomore quarterback, threw the ball for 176 yards and 2 touchdowns. He also had 5 rushes for 49 yards and a touchdown. Hunter Monroe ran the ball 7 times for 56 yards and a touchdown. And then Braden Mundy had touchdowns both as a receiver, 2 as a receiver, and 1 as a running back. So that last meeting, last time we saw our Cougars on the football field, not the greatest outcome. However, it does harken back some memories from 2019 as these two teams faced off that time in Week 7, McLean County taking a pretty good beating before returning here to Steele Stadium in the playoffs to have one of the biggest victories in school history.
Absolutely. And I know we said this on the last broadcast, but that is definitely a game to remember. You remember where you were when you watched it. I myself was not broadcasting the game like Heath was, but I was just probably 20 feet to our left now watching it. I remember who was beside me. I remember Peyton Caraway blocking the kick. I remember everything about that game. That's very important for our program to, kind of say we are here, we are there, we exist. Pay attention to us. You see it on the Bluegrass Preps. You see it on, various Facebook groups. There's a lot of chatter about Western Kentucky teams. They're your big ones. They're your perennials, your Mayfields, your Owensboro Catholics, your Caldwell counties with those many years with Elijah Sindelaire under his belt down there, breaking Tim Couch's record. I mean, come on, that's something that doesn't happen very often. Everybody remembers Tim Couch is the number 1 draft pick in the NFL. So whenever you have this matchup and that statement win like last year, making your presence known, it's very important. And I believe Coach Wagner and the rest of his coaching staff will have his team prepped tonight to go to war.
Definitely. And in tonight's look-fors, my first one is kicking the rust off. And, Dave, McLean County hasn't played in 7 weeks. We had 4 COVID-canceled games. Of course, the week last week when no team in the state of Kentucky played, we had fall break. There's a big gap there between the last time these boys were on the field. How do you feel like, you kind of harness that energy and that excitement for finally getting back out here on the gridiron?
Well, having the big gap is one thing, but main thing is we didn't even practice for most of the time, of the said gap. So, I mean, we're coming into this game with 2 weeks of practice. And, I think it's going to be real interesting to see. I mean, I know the coaching staff has worked really hard and the kids are amped up. They're ready to go, but Owensboro Catholic got to play 2 weeks ago.
Right.
On the field in a game. And, I just hope that we can come out and be ready. And, I know everybody's excited to be here, and I'm really looking forward to it. And what was the score the last year when we played Owensboro Catholic the first time? Do you guys remember?
The first time we played them, I believe it was – what was it?
It was 50-something, and I think we might have scored a touchdown late.
I believe it was 55-31 was the first time we played them. We put up more points in that first meeting, but it was kind of the same. It was kind of ugly for both of us, So, we'll see. Again, it was a big margin.
Well, I like to say we've been here before, same situation. But last year we had more than 2 weeks of practice,
Right.
And but that doesn't mean we can't come out here and do the exact same thing, So really looking forward to it, and go Cougars.
That's right. Go Cougars. And, kind of controlling their emotions I think is going to be key tonight. Obviously, haven't played in 7 weeks. They're fired up, ready to go to be here. But also with the big decision yesterday by the McLean County Board of Education, which I was very happy to see them do, to allow these guys to come back out on the football field one more time and get that opportunity, something that unfortunately none of the spring sports, my guys on baseball, didn't have, and that's not sour grapes. That is true excitement from me as I saw what it was like for those guys, and I really don't want any of our other athletes to experience what they experienced due to that. But anyway, let's get into some football stuff and talk about some more look fors. This was top of our list 7 weeks ago, and it's all about ball control in this game for McLean County. I think last meeting, Owensboro Catholic showed just how explosive they could be on the offensive side of the ball, and limiting their time on the field is going to be very important for McLean County, just as it was 53 weeks ago.
Right, and whenever we get down, I'm kind of jumping the gun here, but whenever we get down and look at the tail of the tape between these two teams, whenever it comes to the total yards, total points scored, things like that, don't let that deter you from the fact that Owensboro Catholic has played twice the amount of games that McLean County has played this year.
Yes.
That's very difficult for – there's two sides of the coin. McLean County is coming out, we haven't had that consistency of playing every Friday night. Every Friday night, you're going to strap up and get to go to work. But on the other side of that coin, Catholic's been ran through the gauntlet having to play these games,
Yeah.
These guys are going to be beat up, banged up, probably a little wore out. McLean County's coming out here fresh, no injuries. Everybody's coming out ready to play, and hopefully, coming out headhunting.
Right, and them being fresh is going to be huge. We're as healthy as we ever were. Even coming into that last meeting with Catholic, we had come off 3 straight weeks, and some guys had bumps and bruises all over our roster. We had everybody on the field that night until Matthew got hurt, obviously. But having a fresh team to come over here in the playoffs is really going to matter tonight. And something to note as well with Catholic, yes, they've played twice as many games, and you mentioned the toll of playing those games has taken on Owensboro Catholic. The second look for we have here tonight is make Catholic uncomfortable. They started out 4-0, beating us as their 4th win of the season. And in those first 4 games, they only had 1 turnover. Since then, they have gone 1-3. Albeit they did have to play Owensboro. They played Apollo, and then Hancock County with the tremendous upset up in Hawesville. But in those games, they turned the ball over 7 times. And I think that's something that McLean County is really going to have to force the issue, make them uncomfortable, and put them in situations where they might turn the ball over.
Yeah, with that defensive backcourt that McLean County has, they are quite the ball hawks out there. And what I mean by that is ladies and gentlemen, these guys are flying all over the place. It's those names that you hear on both sides. They're playing Ironman football. You know, your Brady Dame, your Connor Baldwin, your Braden Piercy's, they're all over the place. Once Clancy gets thrown that ball all over the place, and you have a defensive line that's going to cause that pressure on him, he's going to make mistakes. You see it at the big time in college and NFL. Whenever you get pressure to the quarterback, that causes a trickle-down effect that's going to cause issues on down the line. If you get him to look the wrong way for just 1 millisecond, and you have a good defensive back that's smart and reading and watching the quarterback's eyes, he's going to close the distance and get there, and we'll see some turnovers that way.
Exactly, and that's another look for that we have here tonight is bend, don't break secondary. Keeping the receivers of Owensboro Catholic in front when it comes to our defensive secondary is going to be crucial for our success in this game. Also, they have to be disciplined and they have to tackle efficiently. That's something that really hurt us in the first half of the first meeting between these two teams was McLean County put themselves in decent positions a lot of times, but we're not making the tackles. Same thing about our last year's two matchups. The first matchup, we weren't efficient. We weren't making the tackles that we had to make. We did so in that second game, and the outcome was much, much better for us.
Absolutely. I'd like to see a lot of gang tackling. You know, one good thing that I know that we did in practice was pursuit drills, and that's flying around the ball. So if, let's say, you have a ball carrier who gets up to this near side of the 40-yard line, chances are either your cornerback, your strong safety, or your defensive end or outside linebacker, chances are they're going to be the first guy there, the first line of defense. If he holds him up and wraps him up, you hold him, and if he's a bigger guy or a better player than you, you cannot necessarily bring him down. So what that is you have a secondary or third player come over and try to help you out and bring the ball down, stop the momentum of that ball going forward. A lot of teamwork. Football's a team sport. Nobody's out here doing it by themselves. If we could have something like that where we're gang tackling, putting the head on the football, you know, and stopping those extra yards, those yards after contact, then we're going to see a successful defense tonight from McLean County.
Right, and the last look forward that we have on here, just like last time, is limit Braden Mundy. And Dave, I know you saw him 7 weeks ago. This kid's quite special on the offensive side of the ball for Owensboro Catholic.
Yeah, I mean, we got here plenty early this evening, and walking out into this field, you see Braden Mundy. He's the first player on the field.
Yep.
There's no doubt the kid works hard, very talented. Obviously, you're going to have to limit him, but the main thing is just we don't have room to make mistakes.
Right.
You know they've got a lot of weapons, but so do we.
Yep.
And I can't wait to see this mixed bag offense that we're going to throw with these guys. And like I said, the main thing is going to be no turnovers, and hopefully they do make turnovers, and we can capitalize on them.
Exactly, and I like the fact that you said mixed bag offense. We don't have that on this look for, but getting beat in the fashion that we did in week 4, I think that bodes well for Coach Wagner and that playbook he has, because he didn't dive into it. You didn't see much trickery. You didn't see any attempts by Coach Wagner to do anything crazy as far as offensive scheming. So might be seeing a little bit more of that tonight. I think we might, and it should be fun to watch. Like I said, I'm sure glad to be back here. So we want to review a couple of things with you guys, show you a couple of graphics here to set you up for this. We're about 10 minutes away from kickoff, so we're on time as promised. But the 2A District 2 standings, we want to take a look at that. And as you can see here from this graphic, Owensboro Catholic finished the season 5-3. And then McLean County at 3-1. Now, the reason why we have this graphic up is to show you where these two teams rank in terms of RPI, and that's the number on the far right. We were very close. Owensboro Catholic finished at 589, McLean County at 566. That's based on the strength of your wins and the wins themselves. All right, so these teams are very close when it comes to these rankings, and we're going to pause real quick in our pregame as we're about to have our pregame prayer and national anthem. We'll stay on here for that.
Alexis Owens, senior ACES from Owensboro Catholic. After the prayer, flag flash.
And bless those who are playing in this competition. We ask for an injury-free game with good sportsmanship on and off the field. We pray for good sportsmanship on stands as well. We ask this through your Son, Jesus Christ, who is Lord and Savior. Amen.
All right, folks, and we are back after that. Finish up pregame here and give you a little break. We have about 7 minutes remaining before kickoff. Both teams are not on the field just yet. But as we were talking about the situation in the standings, Catholic and McLean County, according to that RPI, ranked very close when it comes to that power ranking that was instituted by the KHSAA a year ago. Next, we want to look at the ramifications of tonight's game as well as tomorrow's 2A District 2 game between Todd County and Hancock County. Here is what the bracket looks like on our side of the bracket for 2A. You'll notice that McLean County and Catholic, Todd County and Hancock County are right there in that 2A spot. The winners of these two games will face off in the second round for the district championship. After that, it's all based on RPI where you go. As you remember last year, we went down to Somerset because they had the higher ranking, we had the lower ranking. All right? And the last graphics that we're going to go through tonight will deal with our top performing Cougars. And we have several, and we're going to talk about a few of them, and then we'll get into our team captains. The first top performer here is Brady Dame, senior receiver and defensive back. Brady is our leading receiver on the season, 6 catches, 171 yards, and 4 touchdowns. And when it comes to playmaking ability that doesn't come out of the backfield, Brady's about as good as it comes.
Yeah, we saw him last year on the baseball field come out for us, or the year before last, actually, and I was selfish and tried to talk him into playing football, and he decided to come out last year and showed success. And at the end of the year, I told, Brady made a miraculous catch last year, same place. And I told him after that ball game, I said, son, we're going to make a football player out of you yet. But no, I'm very proud of that kid. He's really shown out this year. Great maturity, all-around athlete. I'm very happy for Brady to come out, and I'm not sure if he has any collegiate offers or anything, but, I'm sure a kid like that would at least draw some attention.
Well, he definitely fits the eye test. 6'4", 200 pounds, can run like a deer. So our next top performer that we're going to mention is senior running back, defensive back, Braden Piercy. Braden was somebody we talked to at the very beginning of the year as somebody that could have a breakout performance, and I think tonight would be an opportune time for Braden. on the defensive side of the ball as well as the offensive side of the ball. I think his impact tonight will be greater on the defensive side of the ball, especially in our secondary. But if he gets on the outside and were to break a big run like we've seen him do this season already, that could bode very well for the Cougar offensive. Number 11, Zach Clayton. He's junior running back and linebacker. He's ran the ball for 220 yards this year on just 20 carries. So somebody to keep an eye on. And then number 56, Gabe Whitmer, the senior DN. He has 29 tackles on the year. That's third on the team. But he also leads the team with 4.5 tackles for loss and 3.5 sacks. So Gabe, as a defensive end, could play a pivotal role for our Cougars this evening. So we have something a little special for the captains for tonight. And let's see here. I'm going to remove this, and you can see them standing on the sideline waiting to go out for the coin toss. But we're going to start out with number 8 right there, Morgan Allgood. Morgan is a 2-year starter for the Cougars, D lineman and tight end. And we have here that he is an unsung hero on both sides. The stats don't necessarily tell the tale for Morgan. He plays interior defensive line and tight end and is primarily a blocking tight end. But it goes without question that he is one of the most important guys on both sides, whether it's setting edges and breaking big runs for our running backs or doing the pushing and pulling in the middle of that defensive line to free up our playmakers to go make tackles.
Oh, absolutely, especially on an offense like McLean County has here. The swing T, we're primarily run offense. You have to convince, as a coaching staff, you have to convince your wide receivers and your tight ends that your primary job is going to be blocking and setting the edge, not necessarily catching balls. And Allgood has shown a lot of heart and shown a lot of importance whenever it's come to that position at tight end.
Exactly. Next up, we want to talk about number 20, senior quarterback and linebacker Matthew Miller. Matthew, as we saw his importance, without him on the field in our last game here, we saw it last season in the games he missed with injury. But an outstanding record for Matthew when he's under center, as he is crucial in making sure people know where they need to go and facilitating this offense. And Drew made the comparison earlier, very similar to a Terry Wilson that we see at UK and in his role with the Cougars. We got 2 more seniors to talk about, and then we're going to get this thing underway. Connor Baldwin, senior defensive back and running back. We have Swiss Army knife for Connor Baldwin, and he is just that. He's our leading passer this year. He's one of our leading rushers, one of our leading receivers, and he's second on the team in tackles. All that Connor does on both sides of football is crucial to the success of this team, and there's no doubt in my mind that he is definitely one of the key players, and there's and it's no surprise that he's one of the captains. And then, last but not least, Andrew Munster, number 24, linebacker, running back. You all have heard us talk about Andrew Munster plenty over the last few years. He's the heart of the defense. He leads the team in tackles and has done so the last 3 years. And then he's a grinder of the offense, 112 yards per game for the senior. So all of these guys, key contributors for our Cougars as they are coming out. And it looks like we will be kicking the ball to Owensboro Catholic to start this one.
Yeah, I believe they did a virtual coin toss. I would like to see a paper, rock, scissors implemented. I think that would be a nice way to do it. Nice little change up. Nothing really exchanges hands, so it doesn't violate any COVID policy. You can do it 6 feet apart. It's just something to be different, but I understand. Don't change the game.
I'm a big fan of the paper, rock, scissors theory, Drew, and I would definitely be supportive of that. Looks like Braden Mundy is back deep to receive. Jacob Capps kicking it away for the Cougars, and we are underway here at Owensboro Catholic. Ball is picked up by Owensboro Catholic on the bounce. They're going to take over at their own 38-yard line to start this one.
Not a bad kick there. I mean, you keep it away from Mundy. You know what Caps did there? He kind of did like a little pooch onside. And whenever that ball bounced real high, because that's a live ball as soon as it passes 10 yards. So McLean County could have recovered that, or at least given that guy a good pop and maybe caused the fumble.
Right. So here we go. Catholic have two in the backfield. That is Mundy running quarterback, and he hands it to the freshman Hunter Monroe, who gets into Cougar territory. Big run for the freshman right there, 14 yards. He's brought down at the Cougar 47-yard line. And this thing is a go.
And we saw a lot of Monroe the last time we met with Catholic over here at Steele, and that kid's going to be a good player in here in a couple years.
All right, so same set with Mundy back there running quarterback, and he hands it, it looks like, to Monroe again, and met by a host of Cougars right there.
Gained about 2 yards, D-line did its job, crashed to the inside there, but I'd be leery because you got to want to think Mundy's going to pull that ball back at some point and try to get some yards of his own.
Exactly. And Mundy is going to throw. That is Sullivan, who catches it on the screen, gets out across the 40, down to the 36-yard line. That'll be good enough for the first down.
Yeah, those quick little hitter screen passes I saw on the far side. Brady Dames all there by himself. That's a strong safety's responsibility, or your nickel back, to go over there and help him out.
Then I was mistaken on that. That was Max Byrne on the reception for Owensboro Catholic.
Twins to the far side. They're going to fake the screen.
Mundy was trying to pass, and he goes down, and that is number 56, Gabe Whitmer, with this team-leading 4th sack of the season. And I do love it when my top performers perform well.
And that's what we were talking about, getting pressure in the backfield, whether it be Mundy or Clancy. I haven't seen Clancy on the field yet. But, yeah, as long as you get back there and make pressure on the quarterback, you're going to make his life trouble. 2nd and
16 for Catholic, and they're Byrne in motion. The ball is handed to Hunter Monroe middle, and that is, it looks to be number 9, Will Taylor with the stop. Nice play by the sophomore linebacker. That's going to set up a 3rd and long for Owensboro Catholic.
Looks like they got a generous spot on that one. Pickup of about 4 yards. I'm not sure if I really agree with that one, but that's what we're going to go with.
Ball spotted at the 39-yard line to gain is the 26-yard line. Again, Byrne goes in motion.
Mundy's going to keep it this time.
Running out right. He cuts it back, and he's got some space. He gets out across the 30. That's not going to be enough for the first down. It is going to set up a 4th and 4 for Catholic. And right there, talking about the discipline of our defense. And we had Mundy dead to rights in the backfield and couldn't make the tackle.
Just like 2 months ago what we saw, they're running this NASCAR offense. Catholics hurrying up back to the line of scrimmage.
And right there, McLean County a little too antsy on the defensive line. And because we didn't wrap up in the backfield, Owensboro Catholic draws us off sides and picks up the first down here with 9:17 to play in the first quarter at Steele Stadium.
Hey, that's something we talked about earlier before the game kicked off here. We talked about discipline is key. I remember the last time we played at Owensboro, we had a lot of issues here. An option play to the far side.
Byrne catches the pitch, but he is stopped. Nice defensive stop right there. Braden Piercy, number 17, with the tackle. And outstanding pursuit right there by the defense. Another favorable spot for the Catholic Aces, if I'm not mistaken. They're going to give it a loss of 4 on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and 14.
Yeah, like I said again, I'm not sure if I agree with that, but that's what we're going to go with.
The ball is handed now. That's number 25 running, and he's got a lot of space. Shoestring tackle, and that was Jack Terry, sophomore receiver. And that's going to be enough for the first down. Connor Baldwin stopped him before he could get to the end zone, but he had a lot of running room right there.
What I saw there, the defensive end on that far side from McLean County did his job. He kept the seal, but there was a hole big enough caused by that Owensboro Catholic line for him to run through.
Mundy hands the ball. That's Monroe running right. Big hole right there. He gets down to about the 4-yard line. And that's going to bring up a 1st and 3 for Catholic, or a 2nd and 3 for Catholic.
Yeah, the Aces are just dinking and doinking their way down to the goal line right now.
We'll see what they do. They got their big package. That's Chris Borman lined up in the backfield. And flag on the play. Might have been some movement prior to the snap.
Let's see what the White Hat's going to say. Yep. False start on the Aces.
Penalty against the Aces for a false start. 5-yard penalty, maximum.
And that's what you're going to see a lot from Coach Jason Morris. He's going to run that NASCAR offense that was implemented by John Edge, and they've been running for a long time, and it just seems like Coach Morris has just kind of inherited that and rolling with it.
Yep. So it's going to be 2nd and 6. Catholic does not have to score to pick up a 1st down. Mundy hands the ball
off to Borman, stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Borman is stuffed.
He did not pick up any yards there. I do not see how they could give him any positive yardage.
Unseen ball carrier. Made by Wells.
Bigfoot Wes Wells in on that tackle.
That's no way. They gave him a gain of a yard. That's no way possible.
It's going to be 3rd and 5 here.
They gave him 3 yards.
Mundy goes under center, and he is rolling out, looking to pass right. He cuts it back against the grain. He's met by some Cougars. It looks like he stood up. He did not get into the end zone. He's awfully close to the 1st down marker. We'll see what the spot is.
All right, now they got him in 3rd down. Watch Morris hurry up to the line of scrimmage here. Well, maybe not.
Well, he might have 4th down. We'll see. No, they've dropped them. Just dropped the markers. It's going to be 1st and goal for Catholic from the 3-yard line.
Yeah, that's a generous spot there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure if you're seeing the same thing that I'm seeing. Big package still in for Aces. Looks like another delayed game.
Some more movement right there.
Start, excuse me.
All right, so 1st and goal from the 7. So back him up 5 yards, and let's do this thing again. The Cougar defense is tackling better.
We're at the line of scrimmage. We're gang tackling. We're doing everything that we're supposed to. It's just the
and Mundy's going to roll out left. He's trying to do it himself, and he is tackled. Looks to be at about the 6-yard line. Short gain on the play.
6, maybe the 5-yard line.
Looked
maybe.
like that was Connor Baldwin who initiated that tackle. From
and
the
line of
backside.
scrimmage.
So it's going to be 2nd and 7. No gain on the play.
Hurley caught his legs on that one. I think Connor come in and took him down.
Nice gang tackling for the Cougars right there.
Dynamite drop in, David.
Thank you.
That broadcasting school's really paid off.
Right.
All right, 2nd and 7.
Brady going to keep it in.
And that's Mundy running middle, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. He takes it right up the gut and scores. And here with 5:31 to play in the 1st quarter, Owensboro Catholic draws first blood. 6-0 Aces, extra point attempt pending. So right there, they just cleared a hole big enough for a bread truck to run through, and Braden Mundy made it pay off. He is a strong runner. If he gets downhill like he did there, it's hard to bring him down. Payne on for the PAT. It's up, and it is good. So here with 5:31 to play in the 1st quarter, the Owensboro Catholic Aces lead your McLean County Cougars 7-0 at Steele Stadium. With this break, we're going to take a quick timeout. We want to thank all of our sponsors who have supported the McLean County Sports Network all year. We're the McLean County Sports Network, and we will be right back. All right, we are back. Looks like Piercy and Baldwin are deep to receive this. And it is at Piercy. He receives it at the 15-yard line, running middle. And it looks like he's trying to cut out to his left. Ball is on the ground. And there is a scrum. And it looks like the Owensboro Catholic Aces have recovered. And looked like the ball just squirted out. Didn't look like a whole lot of contact right there. So a short field for Owensboro Catholic to pick up their second drive of the game as they'll start at the McLean County 16-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like Braden was going into his blocking scheme there. He had the ball to his right. He wanted to bounce it out to the far sideline. Naturally, you're going to keep that ball away from your defenders, so he puts it to the left. Probably got lost on exchange.
Mundy hands the ball to Monroe. He's trying to run out left, and he is tackled from behind. Looked like that was James Hurley on the stop.
I definitely give Munster the assist on that one. He was all over it.
He definitely finished it off. So it's going to be 2nd and 10, no gain on the play.
Jason Morris calling his plays into a signal caller.
Again, Mundy, he's going to be in the shotgun.
Borman to his right.
It's a tight shotgun formation, something we're not accustomed to seeing from Catholic. And there's a lot of movement prior to the snap. That's going to be a false start. Back him up 5 yards, and we'll do it again.
Yeah, the Cougars really need to make Owensboro Catholic pay for these mental errors that they are making, because we might not get lucky and see these in the second half.
Exactly. We've seen 3 false start penalties so far on the Catholic Aces side, and having Mundy back there at quarterback, first start back there is showing as this is going to be a quarterback keeper.
Got a
running
hold.
Right. Got a flag in the
negate
backfield.
It.
Mundy's going to take it into the end zone, but I do believe that one's going to come back.
There's even a block in the back about the half-yard line back there, but nobody wanted to call that one. Holding on Owensboro Catholic. Like we said before earlier in the game, ladies and gentlemen, discipline, discipline, discipline.
Yep.
You know, you'd expect this from McLean County, who's
played
half,
7 weeks.
Has played half the games that Owensboro Catholic has. Sorry about messed up big time there.
Yes, you did. Almost did.
But this is something you shouldn't be seeing. I mean, this is unheard of.
It is unheard of, but at the same time, it is kind of expected. This is the first game that Mundy started as the play caller for Owensboro Catholic. Lincoln Clancy, who had so much success against the Cougars in Week 4, is benched for this game, having struggled the last 4 games. And Mundy's still back there as he sets Byrne in motion and gives middle to Borman. And Borman, trucking ahead, gets a handful of yards back. Look to pick up about 7 or 8 on the play, but that's still going to bring up 3rd and about 18 for Catholic here. 4:09 to play in the first quarter at Steele Stadium.
I mean, that Borman kid runs hard.
He runs extremely hard. He's a load. He's picked up a lot of these a lot more offensive production than he's had in the past. This is his senior year, and there goes Mundy running out right with Borman as his lead blocker. He sheds a tackle and is pushed out of bounds. And we'll check the spot on that.
Looks like they're going to give him about the 8 or 9 yard line.
Big chunk right there. It's still going to be 4th down. It's going to be about 4th and 7 for the Aces. And they're going to keep that offense on the field as Borman and Mundy have picked up about 18 yards on these last 2 carries. We'll see if this Cougar defense can make a big stop right here.
Big stop here.
Mundy in the shotgun. He puts Byrne in motion. Byrne moving back right.
Morris is going to take a timeout.
And Jason Morris is going to take the first called timeout of the game. With this timeout, we're going to thank one of our sponsors.
Muster Funeral Homes, located both in Livermore, Kentucky and Calhoun, Kentucky. They have been the funeral directors in McLean County since 1855. Rings Asphalt and Ceiling, located in Calhoun, Kentucky. Call owner-operator Nathan Ring for any of your asphalt and ceiling needs. They also do custom basketball courts. See previous sponsor, Muster's Funeral Homes. The proprietor has one of these custom driveways / basketball courts, whatever you want to call it. Charlie and Me Dog Grooming, located in Livermore, Kentucky. Charlie and Me is your one-stop shop for all things dog grooming.
And I got to throw it in there. We just took our dogs, Kingston and Griffey, to see Jill earlier this week, and they look great.
They're looking good. Saw them earlier.
They are Ashley approved. So here we go, 4th and 7 for Catholic. And that is Clancy in the game, running left behind a host of blockers.
Good seal.
Ball is out, and it looks like McLean County may have found it.
White Hat's calling it. He says McLean County ball.
McLean County football.
Hey, what did we say earlier?
Make them uncomfortable.
Make them uncomfortable. You switch a quarterback, you see what immediately changes. You take a guy who has not played in the first 10 minutes of this ball game, throw him in there cold.
In a 4th and long situation to boot.
And you expect him to hit pay dirt there and just comes up short. Defense causes a turnover. Good job there. 1st and 10, McLean County going the other way.
And that's what we're talking about, making this Owensboro Catholic team uncomfortable. Setting up that 2nd and 25 situation, that's an uncomfortable spot to be in. Here's Matthew Miller goes under center, and it looks like the ball is given middle, and still churning his legs is Andrew Munster. He gets out to about the 15-yard line. Strong run right there for some fresh legs by Andrew Munster.
You know, yards after contact is a very important stat. It's something that's noticed now. I think every inch of that run was after contact.
Literally every inch of that was
during
contact, not after contact. After contact means that he escaped
Somebody
contact.
Eventually quit hitting him.
Yes. All right, 1st and 10. Ball is given middle again. That's
if it ain't
Munster
broke, don't
again.
fix it. Feed the beast.
He gets out to the 24 yards on the pickup, and this Cougar offense, especially after that turnover by Owensboro Catholic, looks pretty fired up to be on the field.
Yeah, and, we don't Coach Wagner does not dial up a typically flashy offense. This is very grinding out. If you give Owensboro Catholic a substantial amount of time trying to wrap up people like Munster, like I'm drawing a blank, but even Munster just trying to bring him down, And
speaking of Munster, there he goes again. He gets out across the 25. Looks like he's out to the 26-yard line, and that's going to be awfully close to the 1st down. We'll see the spot. Nope, it's moving. 1st down, Cougars. Another great run by Munster, and no frills about this offensive start for Coach Wagner. Feed the beast. He is our grinder. He leads our team in rushing, 112 yards a game, and I like the tone Coach Wagner's trying to set here early on in this one. 1st and 10 for the Cougars at the 27-yard line of Owensboro Catholic. Miller goes under center, and the ball is pitched out to Connor Baldwin, running right. He gets out across the 30 to about the 32-yard line. Pick up 5 on the play for Baldwin.
Positive yardage. That's what you need every play.
Keep the chains moving. Keep the plays positive. That is very important for this Cougar offense.
Got to stay ahead of the chains. With our offense that we do run, if you get behind the chains, you're not doing yourself any favors.
Exactly. We got Brady Dame lined up wide right here as Miller goes under center, and the ball is given middle again to Munster, and he gets out across the 35-yard line to about the 36. Going to be a pickup of 4, going to bring up 3rd and very short for McLean County.
Very, very manageable 3rd down here.
Let's see what Coach Wagner decides to dial up here. 1:10 to play in the 1st quarter here at Steele Stadium.
Brady Dane to the near side.
Miller goes under center, and again, given middle. It's going to be
way to go, line.
Down.
That's an offensive line 1st down right there. Let the big boys plow the road.
Munster plows it out to the 40-yard line. 1st down for the Cougars.
Another thing you can pay attention to here, Coach Morris is sending his defense up to where he's got 8, 9, 10 guys in the box right now.
I tell you what.
He's setting himself up for something.
Yes, he is. 1st and 10. Ball is given to Zach Clayton running left. He's got some blockers out in front. He's caught from behind after a pickup of about 3. Give him 4 on the play. Still a positive 1st down play for the Cougars. And we'll see if Coach Wagner can get another play off here before the end of the first quarter. And it doesn't look like he's going to do so. So at the end of one, the Aces lead your Cougars 7-0 here at Steele Stadium. The Cougars look like they have something rolling on offense. And with this timeout, we want to thank a few more of our sponsors before we take a quick break.
We'd like to thank B.F. Evans Ford in Livermore, your source for new Fords and used cars.
Also tonight we have Hand Therapy Plus Total Body Rehab. They are the skilled occupational and physical therapists located right here in Owensboro, Kentucky.
And I was just there about an hour and a half ago getting some dry needling done, taking care of my back. Also, I have to give a shout-out to the most beautiful occupational therapist assistant in the state of Kentucky, my wife, Ashley Hicks.
We'd also like to thank the Greenery Floral and Tuxedo Rentals. Go see Yvette at the Greenery Floral and Tuxedo Rentals in Calhoun, Kentucky, located in the old McLean County News Building. For home and wall decor, gifts, wedding suit, and tuxedo rentals, and all your floral needs and more.
All right, so we are back for the second quarter, and McLean County is driving. This started inside the 10-yard line, and we've consistently moved the ball so far early on in this drive. We're out to our own 44-yard line, getting awfully close to Owensboro Catholic territory.
And that's what you want to see. You know, Morris is kind of breaking up his defense now. He's got his linebacker set.
Ball is given to Andrew Munster running middle. Looks to be, my goodness gracious, what a run. I thought he was going to get maybe a yard, and he's out to almost midfield, almost the first down. Seriously, I thought that was stopped less than a yard in.
So Borman is your middle linebacker. He's your defensive captain for Owensboro Catholic. He is 5 yards back from the ball as a middle linebacker. So he's getting a full head of steam heading towards whatever hole McLean County's line is opening, filling that gap. So you got Borman and Munster, two of the powers just meeting together. Oh, I love it.
Oh, every play. I love it. I love it. Here we go, 3rd and 2. Ball is given to Connor Baldwin, and he is stopped at the line of scrimmage and driven back. I think they might give him a yard on the play. It's going to bring up a 4th and 1 for McLean County. And I'd have to think that Coach Wagner will be going for this one.
Yeah, this close, big of a game, you go for broke.
Absolutely. As he calls in the play to senior quarterback Matthew Miller.
One thing I've noticed, our offensive line is getting past the linebackers. I think our line needs to kind of stay at home and manhandle people that way.
Absolutely. As you got Munster at
Look,
wide
they're
of the
filling
fullback.
the box. We got to get out of there.
Motion give is to Zach Clayton running left. And he is close to the first down. We'll check the spot. There's a flag on the play. Don't know what happened there. As Brady Dame and number 21 from Owensboro Catholic ended up well out of bounds.
Brady ended up on the bench somehow, sitting upright, so... Oh, that's a horrible spot.
Spot looks to be just shy of the first down marker, but we'll see what that flag was for and who it was on. You never know on those entanglements after the play. And it looks like it is going to be against Brady Dame and the Cougars. Yep, that one's going to go against Brady, so it's going to be a turnover on downs. So after a promising start to this drive, McLean County's drive stalls out, and then we tack on another 15 yards to put Owensboro Catholic again in outstanding starting position as they come out for their 3rd drive of the game.
Yeah, that's just discipline. You know, that's playing half a season, being a senior, being frustrated, and then coming out here and somebody might say the wrong thing, somebody might touch you the wrong way, and then, your tempers flare.
And the ball is given. That's Hunter Monroe on the carry. He's met at the line of scrimmage and looks like he powers out for a 2-yard gain on the play. But again, Drew, we talked about it a little bit in the pregame. Haven't played in 7 weeks. Didn't know if we were going to get to play tonight.
until Wednesday.
The emotions. No, well, yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
The emotions are running hot for these Cougars. We have to temper those emotions if we're going to have success. It's Monday.
You got blocks in the back all over the place.
All over the place. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. No flags on the play. And it's going to be a first down for Owensboro Catholic on the speed option. I'm going to take this and run as hard as I can for as long as I can play by Braden Mundy.
Well, whenever you have Mundy as your signal caller, it looks like Morris has dialed up a little bit of a RPO offense without the P.
Yep, and there is without the P as well.
There's a block in the back that didn't get called.
And Mundy gets down to the 10-yard line. No flags on the play. So Braden Mundy, 2 big pickups back-to-back, and this Catholic offense is cooking as they get down to, looks like it's spotted right at the 10-yard line. It's going to be a 2nd and 1 for the Aces. Mundy receives a snap, and he's running hard left. Same play. And he is going to go into the end zone. So 3 straight Braden Mundy rushes. And it is a touchdown for the Owensboro Catholic Aces. Put them up 13-0 here at Steele Stadium with 9:07 to play in the first half. Extra point pending.
All right, so the difference between that most recent drive and this drive, that you can tell the difference between Owensboro Catholic, is that they switched out Mundy for Clancy, turned over the ball, and now we got Braden Mundy back in there again.
And Payne drives the extra point through to make it 14-0 Owensboro Catholic with 9:07 to play in the second quarter here at Steele Stadium. With this break in the action, we are going to take a quick break ourselves. Thank you to all of those sponsoring the McLean County Sports Network. We will be right back. All right, and we are back as Owensboro Catholic is set to kick it back to our Cougars. And it is away.
Line drive, worm killer kick. That's a live ball.
Kicks up over the head of Braden Piercy. He picks it up at the 10, tries to get a little bit. Not much doing. Gets out to the 12-yard line, so it's going to be another long field for this Cougar offense.
Yeah, we're not doing ourselves any favors on these kickoff returns, that's for sure. And that's nothing on Piercy. That's just the way it is on that worm killer kick.
That's how the ball bounces sometimes,
especially on these AstroTurf fields, you know.
And these lemon-shaped footballs, you know.
Or an egg.
Or an egg. Lemon, egg. It's pointier like a lemon. Anyway, we have our third long field of the night after giving Owensboro Catholic 3 short fields. Let's see if we can put together and sustain a long drive here with 9 minutes to go in the second quarter. And we got something cooking here as an odd formation by Coach Wagner. Matthew Miller was lined up far left in that formation, not behind the center. It looked like Zach Clayton took the direct snap running right. It's going to be a pickup of 4 on the play. Not a bad first play to start this drive.
Kind of a modified Wildcat formation.
Yeah, you saw Matthew come out here wide and didn't know what was going to happen. Kind of an exciting thing to see as Matthew goes under center this time. The ball is given middle to Munster. He gets out to the 20-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd and short for McLean County.
Yeah, just getting in a rugby scrum right here is not really helping us out. Before, our offensive line was pushing and getting to the second level, but right now it's just it's not really cutting it. But we might have some more getting picked up.
All right, so here come the Cougars, 3rd and 2.
Brady Dame coming to the near side, taking his man out of the play. I'd like to see a slant run to his side.
Ball's given middle there, and that's Andrew Munster churning the legs and getting the first down for the Cougars.
That's good enough for a Cougar first down. Matthew Miller come to the sideline to get the play.
And on runs number 4, Tyson Howard.
Another quarterback.
We'll see what kind of role number 4 plays here.
He's got both gloves on, so I don't, unless he's Teddy Bridgewater, I don't think he's going to be throwing the ball.
Hey, you never know. All right, we got 2 wide now.
This is new.
This is new indeed. Motion, and Matthew Miller's going to throw it. That's Brady Dame, and it was in his direction.
Flag.
In his direction, just out of reach. Pretty good ball put up by Matthew, but just a couple of yards too long. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for your Cougars.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily rule that an uncatchable pass. I think Brady has the speed to get there and get under it, but cornerback was on him pretty tight, wouldn't let him get there.
Might have been a little contact for sure.
But, hey, it's first down. You got 3 more to go.
That's right. And again, Matthew is lined up out left. That's Zach Clayton in the backfield. And he receives a snap running left.
Woo,
Matthew
with
Miller
a
with a huge block. And Clayton is still running. What a block by Matthew Miller. And number 20 is fired up. Good run there by Clayton to put us in a 3rd and manageable situation.
I'm not going to lie. I did not watch much of Clayton's run. I was too concerned with Matty Ice over there laying the wood on somebody.
Matthew Miller is fired up. Hopefully we can get a solid play in here. Pick up another first down, 3rd and 5 for McLean County. The line to gain is actually the 34-yard line, so 3rd and 4 for the Cougars.
Everybody for Catholics in the box right now.
And Zach Clayton received that, and
he's going to take it.
Man, he had Brady Dame wide open. He was looking to throw and decided to hold on to it. He had Brady Dame wide open.
I think he was nervous. He was on the run, and I understand that. He's not a full-time quarterback. If he was on the run like that, if you try to make a pass, might make a mistake, might get picked off, and then you got Owensboro Catholic going the other way, and it's only you to stop them.
And right there, you cannot be afraid of the situation in front of you. As I said, Brady Dame, nobody was within 10, maybe 15 yards of him. If he gets it in the vicinity, that's going to be a long play. Instead, we're set up here in 4th and 3. Line to gain is the 34-yard line. And Coach Wagner is going to call a timeout and talk about it with his team. And during this timeout, we want to thank a few of our sponsors before taking a quick timeout of our own.
Muster Funeral Homes in Livermore and Calhoun, Kentucky. Funeral directors since 1855.
Go see Will and Lee if you need them, but don't if you don't.
Oh, they'll like you hanging out with them. Go down there and see them.
Oh, yeah, we love Musters.
Well, I'm not sure with everything, with the regulations and stuff. Don't go in there. Redact that.
Yeah, sorry, Andy.
Can't be doing that.
My bad.
So, that was never said. I was never here.
Let's move on to this next one.
Rings Asphalt and Ceiling, located in Calhoun, Kentucky. Call owner-operator Nathan Ring for any of your asphalt and ceiling needs. They also do custom basketball courts, so ask about that. BF Evans Ford, your source for new Fords and used cars, located in Livermore, KY.
All right, and we are back out. 4th and 3. We'll see if Coach Wagner dials something up here. I don't think he's going to settle for a punt in this situation.
I wouldn't. You got to lay it out all on the line.
All right, so Brady Dane is going to be not very wide left. Got Miller under center. He sends Baldwin in motion.
There we go. Got him jumping.
We'll see. They are going to call that a
false start on McLean County. I don't see that happening, but.
And now we are in more of a punt situation. And we'll see what Coach Wagner chooses to do. It looks like he is going to go for it here. 4th and 8. And on runs the punt team now.
And you can't blame Coach Wagner in this situation. You know, the pros and cons list for punting versus going for it.
They better hurry up. 4 seconds on the play clock. And this is going to be a delay of game.
Unless Zach took a timeout, I don't know.
I don't think he wasted a timeout there. It's about a 16-yard punt negated, so giving Hurley another crack at this might not be the worst thing in the world. Unfortunately, it's going to be from 5 yards further back.
Well, he hasn't played in 7 weeks, so let's try it again, see what happens.
All right, so 4th and 13 now. McLean County lined up on the 21-yard line. Hurley is back at his own 8-yard line to punt this one away. And it is dropped and kicked.
Good kick.
Line drive right at Mundy, who fields it at his own 47-yard line. He's got a head of steam. He gets down inside the 35 to about the 32-yard line of McLean County. So for the 4th drive of this game, Owensboro Catholic is going to have a very short field. And we have to find a way to get out of these situations. Maybe a big play here on defense could be the answer to slow down this Owensboro Catholic momentum.
Yeah, you got less than 5.5 minutes to play in this first half. I'd like to make another statement here, a 4th down stand or maybe a turnover.
Be nice.
He's going to pass.
And he's got pressure up the middle. He throws it up for grabs.
Get there, Brady.
And Brady,
oh no!
And Brady Dame tips it right into the hands of Max Byrne, who catches it falling down for the touchdown, and that'll put Owensboro Catholic up 20-0 here at Steele Stadium with 5:14 to play in the first half. Extra point pending. That was unfortunate, to say the absolute least. Brady Dame led the team in interceptions a year ago, had 7. Actually tied a school record with 7 interceptions. That time just out of reach. And unfortunately, the ball bounced right into the falling Max Burns' hands as Payne shanks that one. So it's going to stay 20-0 in favor of the Aces here with a little over 5 minutes to play. And these last 5 minutes of this half could be the tell, as McLean County will receive the ball to open the second half. If we could find a way to put points on the board here, Drew, it would be extremely vital to us potentially winning this football game.
Well, you look at it like this. Football players, you got to have short memories. You got to forget about that. Things like that happen. You need to tip the ball down in that situation. It happens. All right, you got 5 minutes and 14 seconds to get some points on the board in this ball game and change the story, because Catholic's building momentum. If you get some points on the board here for McLean County, guess what happens at the start of the second half? You get the ball back. And then what? Get down, you take that positive momentum, you take it in the end zone, you're a one-score ball game at that point.
Exactly.
So this ball game's far from over, folks.
It is far from over, but we do need something positive to happen right here as Payne kicks it away. And that ball is going to check up and stop at the 4-yard line. Connor Baldwin picks it up. He gets out across the 20-yard line, right at the 20-yard line. So a good return right there for Baldwin after, again, a very good kick by Payne as that low line drive kick rolled down inside the 5-yard line.
What we haven't talked about yet is hidden yards of a ball game. Penalties are hidden yards. Special teams are hidden yards. Right there, in between the kickoff down here that was fumbled by Piercy. That's positive yardage for Catholic.
Yep.
This line drive worm killer before this kickoff.
Matthew Miller throwing the ball deep to Brady Dame. He goes up
and
makes
gets
the catch. And
makes a man miss.
Makes a man miss. He's out across the 30, across the 20,
He's going to the house.
10, 5. Touchdown, Brady Dame.
And the most beautiful thing,
no flags.
None of those yellow hankies, ladies and gentlemen. He took it to the house for 6.
And that is how you flip a long field. And that is exactly what we needed here with 4:55 to play in the second quarter. McLean County is on the board with a long strike from Matthew Miller to Brady Dame. We'll see what Coach Wagner does for the 2-point conversion. I don't think we've attempted a PAT all season.
No better time than now.
And I tell you what, Drew, that puts in the back of your head, Jason Morris, you can't single coverage on Brady Dame and pack 10 in a box.
No, you can't do it. And I talked about it earlier.
You free it. And
he's putting 10 people in the box. He had a safety within 8 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
You can't play center field standing on second base. Doesn't happen.
Not when you got a 6'4", 200-pound Brady Dame on the outside as the ball is given to Connor Baldwin.
He's
running
got a hole.
Right. He's got a hole, and he is in for the 2-point conversion.
Get him two.
So over 4:55 to play in the second quarter. McLean County now only trails Owensboro Catholic 20-8. So a lot of positive things going on after a lot of negative things just a little while ago. With that, we are going to thank a few more of our sponsors. First off, Charlie and Me Grooming, located in Livermore, Kentucky. Charlie and Me is your one-stop shop for everything dog grooming. My wife and I just took our dogs, Kingston and Griffey, and they look phenomenal. And like I said, Ashley approved is a strong vote of confidence for any business. Hand Therapy Plus, Total Body Rehab, where my wife Ashley works, skilled occupational physical therapist located in Owensboro, Kentucky, in the same complex as Great Harvest Bread. Go see Ashley and Kelsey and all of the other wonderful therapists at Hand Therapy Plus Total Body Rehab. And then the Greenery, Floral and Tuxedo Rentals. I will not shortchange Yvette, and I will talk about them in just a few moments.
Caps on the kick. Good kick.
Good kick received.
Monroe's got it. Makes a couple man miss.
He gets out to about the 45-yard line. So that's where Owensboro Catholic's going to start here with 4:49 to play in the second quarter. But as I was saying, the Greenery, Floral, and Tuxedo Rentals located in Calhoun, Kentucky. Go see Yvette for home and wall decor, gifts, wedding suit, and tuxedo rental. All of your floral needs and much more. They're located in Calhoun, Kentucky.
Trips to the right, single man on the far side.
And Mundy's going to hand the ball off middle. That's Monroe. There's a flag in the backfield.
Got a hold in the backfield. Yep. White hat called it, holding in the backfield.
Back him up 10 yards. Let's do it again.
Best part, it's a spot foul, so that's 10 yards from that Hankey's toss.
I love it when you throw in those little tidbits to make a good thing just a little bit better, Drew.
Well, when you got a good thing going.
Little cherry on top.
Well, I'm just happy to hear the crowds actually woke up before the first half's over with.
Took a little nap. We've recovered from that. Here it is, 1st and 21 for Owensboro Catholic.
Once again, Trey left to the near side, single man on the far side. Shotgun formation.
Hunter Monroe back there with Mundy, and they run into each other. And they
good stop behind the line of scrimmage.
Monroe smacked in the backfield, going to maintain that second long, going to be 2nd and 23-ish after that spot.
Letting the big dogs eat right now. But Jason Morris has got to be drawing something up right now.
Owensboro Catholic has been known to make up a lot of yards in a hurry. So we'll see what Coach Morris decides to do here in this 2nd and 22 situation.
I like to see our defensive backs play a little more loose than now. You can see them sinking in.
Everything in a little tighter. Mundy's going to throw. He's looking to his
left. Good coverage.
He's got pressure up the middle, and he escapes that pressure. He's met by, it looks like James Hurley there. He's going to be brought down at the 40.
Backfield, but he's getting up, slow to get up.
That's Morgan Allgood, the senior we talked about earlier. Nice play by Hurley to limit the damage. Once Mundy gets out of that situation, still going to be a third and 19 for Owensboro Catholic here with 3:35 to play in the first half. And some discomfort on that Owensboro Catholic offense right now. Trips to the far side for Mundy. He's getting...
Morris going to take a timeout. Movement.
Got some movement there, and it's going to be a false start on the Aces. Back him up 5 yards.
That'll negate Mundy's run from the previous play, and we're going to repeat the down.
It's going to be 3rd and 24 now.
All right, let's back it up. Do it again.
Now it's in these situations when McLean County has to stay disciplined.
Got to stay disciplined. Can't get cocky in situations like this. You have to maintain composure because it's in situations like this. O-line spread out. You got Trey right to the far side.
And Mundy's
Gonna
looking
get
to
a
throw,
screen.
setting up the screen. That's Max Byrne. And Connor
Good
Baldwin
pursuit
has
angles
him.
takes him down before the original line of scrimmage.
Looked to be about the 39-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the play, so it's going to be a 4th and very long situation for Owensboro Catholic. And I would be shocked if Jason Morris.
The offense is staying out.
Offense is staying on. No.
Nope,
They got
team's
a
coming up.
punter on the field. Mundy's out wide on the near side. Always have to know where that
Switch
guy
up
is.
gunners. We're going to send Baldwin to the back, put Brady on him.
And the punt is
Don't touch him.
away,
It's
and
a
it is a
Peter.
it is a very, very short punt. It bounced out of bounds at the 45-yard line. So McLean County with 2:17 to play will take over in Owensboro Catholic territory for the first time tonight.
That punt went out of bounds ahead of the original line of scrimmage. So,
Well, did it actually get to the line of scrimmage?
no, ahead of the line of scrimmage. Behind the line of scrimmage.
Behind the line
Behind
of
the line of
scrimmage.
scrimmage.
Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, on that drive, Owensboro Catholic netted -2 yards.
And that is a defensive stand that you have to have following a big, explosive offensive play. Let's see if we can dial up another one here with 2:17 to play in the first half.
And you like to see the guys hit pay dirt right now, or just eat a little bit of the clock up, then hit pay dirt because you're getting the ball at the start of the second half.
Munster gets it on the pitch, and he is met by a few Catholic players. He's going to pick up 3 on the play. Going to be 2nd and 7, and the clock will fall under 2 minutes.
Well, Munster got popped at the line of scrimmage, and the first man's not going to bring him down. There's a Catholic Aces that was shoestring tackling him. Munster somehow rolled on top of that young man and got another 2 yards out of it. So, that's Munster.
That's Munster. Here we go. Matthew Miller goes under center. And there was some movement.
Yep.
It's going to back the Cougars up about 5 yards.
But was it movement or was it the, center and Matthew fired out and then nobody else followed?
Yeah, that's what it looked. Well, I don't know if it was the center that fired out, because if the center fired out, that means the ball would have moved.
Exactly. Well, then how did Matthew have the ball?
I don't know.
I see. Look.
I'm not sure. Minute 30 to play. 2nd and 12 for McLean County. Miller goes under center, and the ball is given to Clayton, who is running in motion. He gets popped at the 45-yard line. That was Chris Borman on the play. He has a distinct aggression to his tackles.
Well, I believe Borman has earned it because he's got that cowboy collar on. And if you know football and you got that cowboy collar on, you ain't soft.
Man, he is like, I don't know, it just takes me back to watching like the Friday Night Lights movie, or watching the TV show, Riggins rocking the cowboy collar. It's an old school move.
Are you a cowboy collar or a roll type of person?
I'm definitely a cowboy collar guy.
See, I go to the program.
All right, so Connor Baldwin goes in motion. Matthew Miller's going to throw it. He's looking left to Brady Dame, and there was a lot of contact
No
there.
flags.
No flags on the play. Matthew, again, put it out there in a position where Brady could make a play on the ball, and he was definitely knocked off his route. But
That's
no
got to be on
penalty
the line
flag.
judge there. I don't know what he was watching.
I was going to say, it should have been right in front of his face, but
He was down here by the line markers.
all right, so Coach Wagner is going to call a timeout here with 39 seconds to play, facing a 4th down and 9 situation. And with that, we're going to take a quick timeout of our own. Thank you to all of the sponsors that helped make the McLean County Sports Network possible. We will be right back. All right, folks, and here we go. 4th down and 9 for McLean County from the Owensboro Catholic 45-yard line. Line to gain is the 36. McLean County's going for this. Matthew Miller goes to the center. Ball is given to Zach Clayton.
Double reverse pass.
Matthew Miller puts it up for Clayton. And is that a
Makes
catch?
the catch.
That is a catch.
First
what
down.
a grab by Zach
First
Clayton.
down.
My goodness, what a play. And we are inside the 20, and we got something cooking here.
Got to hit that NASCAR. Got to hurry up. Get there. Catholic doesn't know what's going on. Get something before Jason Morris can.
What a catch by Zach Clayton. My goodness gracious.
What a play by Coach Zach Wagner to draw up there in that situation. I mean, how many times since Pee Wee football have you seen a double reverse pass that worked?
And it went back to the quarterback. Sneaky, sneaky. I mean, that might be up there with the annexation of Puerto Rico as being the best offensive play in the game of football.
John Madden was a big fan of the annexation of Puerto Rico.
Boom, pop, pop, ooh. That was my John Madden impersonation. Was it good?
I've heard worse.
I appreciate it, I think.
And then he's going to go over here, and then boom. And then he's going to hit this guy over here, and boom.
Whap, whap, boom, beep, up. All right. Got that clock reset for you guys so you can see it now. Thanks to David Hicks over here for fixing that up for you guys. May or may not have gotten a little excited on that catch by Zach Clayton. Completely understandable. 1st and 10 here from the 18-yard line. 31 seconds left. It would be huge if McLean County could get into the end zone here. And Zach Clayton, he's looking out to throw the ball. He throws it across the middle. It's batted down. And that was a dangerous throw. Zach Clayton was committed to the pass on that play like he wasn't the time before. Unfortunately, Brady Dame was not wide open this time. He had defenders all around him, and that pass was batted down. So 26.8 seconds to play, 2nd and 10 for McLean County.
Yeah, I mean, it was something they weren't expecting, but, the linebacker core for Catholic is nothing to just write home about. And Brady was covered up in the secondary there. Zach Clayton was going to try to thread the needle, but it just couldn't get in there.
And Matthew Miller rolls out to his left. He throws one towards the end zone.
They're pushing and shoving all over the place, and not a single flag is thrown.
Brady Dame is getting knocked over. He was in triple coverage, but my goodness, he ends up on his butt. Had no chance to even make an attempt at that play. So 3rd and 10, 20 seconds left on the clock here in the second quarter at Steele Stadium.
And I understand why Coach Wagner wants to throw the ball now, because we run a primary running offense. He's already burned up 2 timeouts in the first half. He's only got 1 to go, and he wants to make the most of this little amount of time that he has left.
And Matthew Miller rolling out right, and he throws it up. And, he had Zach Clayton open in the end zone just through his hands. Notice Braden Mundy bounced out for single coverage on Brady Dame there. Brady ran him off of Clayton's route, but Clayton couldn't bring it home. So here 14 seconds left in the half. Coach Wagner and his Cougars facing a 4th and 10 from the 18-yard line. Still trying to get into that end zone before we reach halftime. Remind you that McLean County will be receiving the kickoff to start the second half.
We had a kind of sluggish start coming out.
Yes, we did. And Brady Dame is looking
Brady's
to throw
turn
the ball
to throw.
now. Oh, Lord. And he whips it right to Chris Borman. And somebody please knock him out of bounds. Brady Dame has a very strong arm and was shown there. Threw that with quite a lot of velocity as Brady is still on the turf. Hopefully he's not. He's hot back up. But showed the arm strength, not the accuracy with that one. So 2.4 seconds. We'll see if Owensboro Catholic tries to do something crazy. They only have about 70 yards to the end zone. So
and 2.4 seconds to do it. But
you never know.
And if you do know,
you don't know. No, you don't know.
Nah. Depends on who you ask. If you got asked, you can't afford it.
That's good. That's. Yep, you're right. And it looks like Catholic is going to call a timeout here, so.
If I was Zach at this point, as soon as I saw whatever Catholic was going to line up in, whatever formation, burn that last time out. You can't take them home with you.
You can't take them home with you. That's right. Why not? That's what Catholic's doing right now. It looks like McLean County's out of timeouts, though. So
I thought they had one more left.
No, not on the board.
Well,
they could be wrong on the board.
Facts are optional.
Yeah, I mean, we've always said that, folks. I mean, we try to do our best, but facts are indeed optional for the McLean County Sports Network. Not really. Just a Drew.
Guilty. I'll take that.
All right, so let's see something crazy here. Jason Morris is drawn up. Mundy's in shotgun formation.
They're going Hail Mary.
Max Byrne
no
is
pun intended
way
there.
wide right. And
Mundy's going to – oh, there's a hold.
Let's see if Mundy can make something happen.
Nah.
He cannot, and that brings us to halftime, folks. So exciting first half, exciting into the second quarter right there. McLean County in a much better spot than they were 6 minutes ago. And 20-8 is a deficit that we're going to have to make up in the second half. Like I said, first quarter and a half, not much to write home about, but a lot to be excited about in this second half.
Absolutely. Starting to build momentum. I mean, the Cougars have nothing to hang their heads on or hang their heads down about going into halftime here because, you know, everything's going positive. You know, there's that slight mental error, you know, down here, this interception. But if McLean County gets this ball here in the start of the second half, you know, I'd like to see us hit the end zone there and, you know, we got a whole new ball game. We got a one-score ball game on our hands.
Yes, sir. And with that, we are going to take a break of our own. We want to thank all of our sponsors before we do. Appreciate y'all very much for supporting the McLean County Sports Network, and we'll see you in about 15 minutes. All right, folks, and we are back. About to begin the second half here at Steele Stadium. The Cougars will be receiving to start this second half. And, Drew, I got to say, the first period and a half of this game, not that good for McLean County, but an exciting last 6 minutes of that second quarter has me pretty amped up for the rest of this game.
Yeah, that's worth the price of admission, is that second half of that second quarter. I'd like to see an electric start.
Connor Baldwin picks up the kickoff. He gets out across the 25. Nope, right at the 25. So McLean County going to have a long field to work with here to start the third quarter.
There's those hidden yardages, once again, that we were talking about. With our offense, it's not very electric. Coming out here, running a ground and pound offense, starting 75 yards away from pay dirt, it's not going to help do us any favors.
Brother, I don't know. We were doing some electric slide or something for the last 6 minutes.
Well,
that's
what did I say? Our traditional offense.
Traditional offense. We got Brady Dame.
We're right in the playbook
wide
tonight.
Right. Nobody's shading him over the top. And the ball is given to Andrew Munster running off tackle right. He gets out 4 yards. Solid first carry for Munster, who was heavily involved in the offense early on in this one. Once we kind of got behind the 8 ball, we got away from our normal game plan of pounded inside the tackles, which Munster is so good at. But we kind of had to out of necessity. Now we're back in this thing. If we can put points on the board right here, we have a real shot in this one. As keep an eye on Brady Dame, wide right. Again, just one man, but he's playing 10 yards off. The ball is given to Munster again. He is met at the line of scrimmage and stopped after a short gain, maybe a pickup of 2 there. It's going to be 3rd and 4 for McLean County.
Yeah, we're starting out this game starting out this half like we started the game once we finally got the ball, and that's just a slow ground and pound offense. Give it to Munster. A little attrition is going to set in for that Owensboro Catholic defense once they have to keep wrapping up Munster.
And that's fine as long as we can keep the chains moving. And that was what we ran into on our first drive of the game as Miller goes under center. And
silent snap.
Silent snap, and Matthew
rumbling, stumbling, bumbling.
Picks up about 8 on the play. That's going to be a first down, McLean County. And nice call right there by Coach Wagner. Gets out to the 38-yard line. And first down for the Cougars.
See, that's what Matthew was trying earlier whenever we got that false start penalty on us.
Yeah.
Was that silent snap. And that's why we saw Matthew in the center into the secondary, but yellow flags flying and the whistles were blowing.
Matthew's had a lot of success doing that the past couple of years. A.J. Klein had a lot of success the years prior.
That's going to be the false start.
And there's some movement.
Right side of the line moved.
Yeah, Kenny Brooks over there playing right tackle. He was about 5 yards upfield before anybody else moved. So back him up 5 yards, but it is still first down McLean County.
Yeah, my guess there, he heard the man in motion, started hearing footsteps, and was getting a little nervous about it. But here we are again. Back us up 5. Let's try this again, Short memory.
Short memory, that's right. Fold and forget. It's an old poker saying. All right, so Brady.
But this is football.
I know. We mix it up sometimes. Connor Baldwin takes the ball.
Good seal on the far side.
He cuts it back across the 35. He stood up at the 36-yard line, so close to the original line of scrimmage. Going to pick up about 3 on that play. And good pursuit angles from the Catholic defense right there. When Baldwin went to cut it back up, he was staring 3 green hats in the face. So it's going to be 2nd and 13 here. The line to gain is the 48-yard line. So a lot of ground to make up.
And you got to be wondering what Coach Wagner's dialing up.
I was looking down there to see what his call sheet looked like. I thought it would be about the size of a dictionary after some of those plays in the first half. Matthew, he puts it up in the air to Brady Dame, and that is a first down as Brady Dame. Nice reception, and we are in Owensboro Catholic territory down at the 47-yard line, and a well-positioned pass by Matthew Miller. He throws it against the grain, and threw it to Brady's right shoulder and gave him an opportunity to make the play and not the Catholic defenders. Nice touch pass there by the senior QB.
Yeah, Matthew really put it where Owensboro Catholic wasn't able to get to it there. As you said, on Brady's right shoulder. Brady was in triple coverage there, but you got a 6'4" individual that's got pretty good hands. He can go up there and get it.
He has a catch radius the size of a small bus. And Matthew rolling out right, looking to throw again. And he puts it in the air, and
It's
the
dropped.
interception
Got
is
lucky.
dropped. He tried to throw against the
But we
grain.
have a flag on the play on the far side, right where Matthew Miller went down. Gotta hope this is going to be a roughing the passer.
And it
personal
is a
foul,
roughing the
roughing
passer. That's going to be 15 yards.
It's going to be an automatic first down
Cougars.
We'll get there at one point.
We were almost in lockstep. I mean, it was pretty close, you know.
I was going to say McLean County, and then I heard you were going with Cougars. It's really the syllables. It's the amount of syllables that are going to get you there.
Cougars, McLean County. There's too many. Anyway,
What does Carl Nathy do at Commonwealth? Oh, sorry.
Wildcats.
Kroger Field.
Kroger Field, K. Roger Field. First down, Kentucky. But that's, anyway,
the location.
first and 10, Cougars.
Help me help you here.
Miller under center. Takes a snap, and the ball is given to Zach Clayton running left. He gets to the 30-yard line, pick up a 2 on the play.
It looks like Brady and the cornerback over here are having a good time. Got to show some more discipline, because that back judge over there is keeping an eyes pretty close on him.
After the play in the first quarter, you can't blame him.
Absolutely not. Brady's getting beat up and banged up out there.
All right, so second and 8. Second and 9 on the board, but here you go, second and 8. And Miller gives the ball to Munster, and he is met right at the line of scrimmage. He falls forward.
Over the pile.
Over the pile, looks to gain
They're not going to give him the
a couple
spot.
of yards,
They got
and there's
a late
late
flag,
flag.
and it looks like there's some chatter.
Late flag, and it looks like Chandler Moore is down. He's slowly working his way up. We'll see who this flag is on.
I don't know, but the Aces are backing up.
And yes, it looks to be on Owensboro Catholic.
Discipline, discipline, discipline.
Is that 15 more yards, Drew?
That's automatic 15.
And you know what that means. First down Cougars.
Dang
Gosh,
it, I did it again.
you suck.
You do. Are you aware that I am rubber and you are glue, and whatever you say bounces off to me and sticks to you? So,
Unless you suck and it stays on you. First and 10 for the Cougars from the 15-yard line of Owensboro Catholic. Miller drops the snap, and he's able to recover it and get something positive out of it, looks like.
that was a design play.
Looks like he picked up about 6.
That's the old, it's not a fumblerooski. Who's
That's the annexation of Puerto Rico.
That's right. Somebody did that in real life. Nebraska, I think.
I believe that. I
think
could
it was
see.
Nebraska.
I could see one of those old Nebraska teams pulling something like that.
Some kind of Big Ten football garbage is probably what that is there. Not in the SEC. You wouldn't see anything like that, I promise you.
Definitely not, but John Madden would approve. 2nd and 5 here from the 10-yard line. Miller goes under center. Ball's given to Connor Baldwin. He's met at the line of scrimmage. He falls forward, looks to gain a couple on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 3 for McLean County.
And not only does McLean County have good football players here, folks, we have good athletes. You're seeing a lot of good body control by these young men. What I mean by that is you saw Munster earlier have very good balance, fall ahead of the pile. You saw Baldwin there wrapped up down around his legs and above his waist, but he was still spinning, still turning his legs, trying to keep forward momentum and gaining positive yards there. And that's what you're going to need.
All right, Matthew Miller goes under center. Brady Dame wide left. And there's a whistle before the play, and that's going to be a false start on McLean County. So we go from 3rd and short to 3rd and long here. Still inside the red zone of Owensboro Catholic. We do not need a touchdown. to get a first down. But we got to get pretty darn close. We got to get to the 5.
And that's your money zone right there. Once you get, the red zone is a certain point, but once you get inside the 5-yard line, that's whenever you really need to put points on the board.
You got to capitalize on these opportunities.
And the clock is going to start, so play clock's down below 20 seconds.
Senior QB gets them out of the huddle and to the line quickly.
Got modified eye.
Mundy lines up on Brady Dame, wide right. And the pitch is to Connor Baldwin, and he runs into several Catholic aces, and he is slung down. I think they're going to mark him at the 11, so it's going to be a pickup of 2 on the play. It's going to be 4th and 6 for McLean County. And this is a go zone situation for Coach Wagner for sure.
Look at it here. Here's the situation that you're looking at. You got 4th and
6.
4th and 6 from the 11-yard line. If you don't get it, you got Catholic pinned deep. But if you do get it, then you got 4 more chances to get into the end zone.
And we're going on that silent snap. Matthew Miller turning forward, and he's awfully close to the 5-yard line, but I'm not sure if he got it or not.
The far line judge isn't showing it, but near line judge is.
And the spot is not in McLean County's favor. Matthew got awfully close there, and he's getting up slowly. Matthew Miller, who has battled knee injuries over the last 2 seasons, missed 3 games last year with a knee injury. Went down in week 4 in this game due to a knee injury. Actually had a slightly torn MCL in that game. He's walking off under his own power. So that is promising.
I would have given him the spot there, or at least had the chains come out. I don't think we got a generous spot there.
Oh, and that's awfully close from our vantage point. That is definitely spotted between the 5 and 6 yard line. But regardless, Owensboro Catholic takes over on downs, and Braden Mundy hands the ball off. And
hold him up. Get that ball out.
That's Max Byrne, and that's awfully close to a safety. They're going to get his forward progress further out than that. I didn't realize he got out to the 4.
I didn't see that.
It's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. The push from that gang tackling McLean County defense pushed him back close to the goal line, but it's going to be 2nd and 12 for Owensboro Catholic from their own 4-yard line. And Mundy's looking to throw, and he winds up and lofts one out there, and that's number 33 with the reception. And he is brought down at the 47-yard line by Elijah Baldwin. And that's Finley Muncie on the reception. Mundy to Muncie there. And a big pickup for Owensboro Catholic to get him out of the danger zone and close to midfield.
Well, I believe Piercy got turned around on that play and lost his footing. He was trying to keep contained. That's also on the safety. He should have been playing center field there. Nothing behind him.
Well-placed throw as well as Mundy hands the ball off. And that is Monroe running left. And he's got a lot of green in front of him. He's going to outrun everybody. 55 yards to the house. Touchdown, Owensboro Catholic. So after such a positive offensive drive for McLean County that stalls just a yard short inside the Owensboro Catholic red zone, the Aces turn it around and put points on the board. It is now 26-8. Owensboro Catholic here, 3:30 to play in the third quarter. Extra point pending.
Yeah, and that's one of those plays, they have the momentum. They're going to set up a big after they took a shot, they got them just shy of midfield. They're going to go for pay dirt, and they were successful.
Extra point by Payne is good. So here, as we said, 3.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter, and Owensboro Catholic extends their lead out to 19 points at 27-8. We want to take this time to thank all of our sponsors of the McLean County Sports Network. We could not do this without you. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back. All right, folks, and we are back. Owensboro Catholic set to send it away. Baldwin and Piercy are deep to return from McLean County. Ball is kicked to Piercy, who picks it up at his own 15-yard line, running left. He gets through a few Catholic aces, turns the corner, and he's up the sideline. And a big return by Braden Piercy right there. Just what the doctor needed, out to about midfield. And that's a big play by the senior after a tough defensive play just a few moments ago. That's the way to turn it around quickly.
That's how you make up for a mistake right there.
Exactly.
He brought the ball. That's what I was saying in my mind, was that I'd like to see us at least start this drive past the 30-yard line, and Brady Piercy must have been reading my mind there a little bit because he exceeded my expectations.
Great return by Braden. Here we go. We're going to take over at our own 48. And Matthew Miller is not under center. Zach Clayton, it looks to be, receiving the direct snap and running middle. He falls out across midfield, and they're going to mark it at the 47-yard line of Owensboro Catholic. Pick up a 5 on the play. Nice first down call for the Cougars.
I tell you what, we are not getting any spots at all. And I know football isn't an exact game. There is judgment calls. There is human error. But it seems like the ball is bouncing a little more towards Owensboro Catholic on the gains of yards after runs.
Definitely have some of those. So Matthew Miller's going to go back under center here. Sends Zach Clayton in motion. He's looking to throw. He gets one off to Brady Dame, who comes down with it at
triple
the
coverage
15-yard line. And a
flag after the play.
And the 6'4" senior goes up and gets it.
A big flag flew up after the play, and side judge is pointing towards McLean County. I don't know what that could have been.
I didn't see any taunt or any situation right there, but it does look like it's going to go against Brady Dame. The first down, he will get the yards on that, and the first down will be picked up, but we're going to lose the yardage afterwards. It's going to be 15 yards from the spot of that. It's going to bring up 1st and 10 for McLean County as they go from the 15 of Owensboro Catholic to the 30 on the penalty.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly didn't see any taunting, but, I don't know what was said at that point.
Matthew Miller throws
he's
it
getting
back
a whole
pack.
It's all right. We're picked off, but it's
fine.
all right. Let them go. Let them wear themselves out. Nobody do anything stupid.
Just sit down.
Sit down and let him go. Let him wear himself out because he's pointing first down. It's coming all the way back.
All the way back as Brady Dame.
And guess what? That's a spot foul.
And that is a spot foul. That's going to be at the 6-yard line. So McLean County's going to be inside the 10. I do hate it for Munster right there as he ran his tail off just to save what he thought would end up being a pick 6.
Well, he's got the gas in him. He's all right.
I think he might have gotten kicked in the chin too. But, he's all right. He's tough. It's Munster.
Whoa.
So they're not going to call it a spot foul. It's spot foul in.
They're going to call half a distance to the goal.
Well, no, it's spot foul in the NFL, I think. It's not a spot foul here, is it?
It should have been.
I think it's just 15 yards regardless of the spot of the foul. Regardless of that, Zach Clayton gets the ball running left. And it's going to be a pickup of a handful on the play. Decent first down play there for Clayton.
Yeah, Clayton had a full head of steam, and he had several blockers in front of him. At that point, we were playing middle school football. Your guard and tackles pull out to the way that the momentum of the ball is going to go, and first man to the outside is going to win.
All right, so it's going to be 2nd and 7 here. Motion again. Matthew Miller looking to throw to Brady Dame. He sheds his man,
He's
and
there.
that is a touchdown, McLean County.
Put 6 on the board.
Nice throw and catch by Matthew Miller and Brady Dame. So just like that, McLean County is still in this thing. We cut the lead, the Catholic lead, 27-14. And a 2-point conversion pending because
we don't have a kicker at this point.
We don't do that PAT thing. We aren't about that life.
Who was our last PAT kicker? Was that Christian? Or Armando?
Armando kicked him every now and then. Every now and then, Armando would boot one through. But it was Edgar, not Christian.
Edgar.
Automatic Edgar of 2 years ago.
I get them mixed up.
There's motion, and
don't know who has the ball.
I'm not sure either. There was a mess in the
Guess what?
backfield.
2-point conversion. Zach's pumped about it.
I think that was some design confusion by Coach Wagner.
Well, it worked.
Completely worked. And with 1:23 to play in the third quarter, McLean County now trails Owensboro Catholic 27-16 here at Steele Stadium. And this sideline is fired up. We're going to stay with you here as McLean County comes off the field. I want to thank a few of our sponsors. First one, Muster Funeral Homes, located in Livermore and Calhoun, Kentucky. Funeral directors since 1855.
Not an unsatisfied customer in 160 years.
And that is something to write home about. Rings Asphalt and Ceiling, located in Calhoun, Kentucky. Call owner-operator Nathan Ring for any of your asphalt and ceiling needs. Also mention the custom basketball courts. Pretty cool stuff that Nathan can do for you. Also put Aaron to work. When he's not up here in the booth with us, he needs to make that money. And then lastly, for right now, Charlie and Me Dog Grooming in Livermore, Kentucky. One-stop shop for all things dog grooming. Jill does an outstanding job. As Caps gets set to kick it back to Owensboro Catholic. And it is a little onside attempt. Oh,
no.
My goodness, what an unfortunate turn of events as the ball was bobbled and a Cougar diving in to try to recover that knocked it to the next level, and Owensboro Catholic was...
Catholic had two players fighting for it. And
oh, man.
As a member of the hands team myself, you've got to be licking your chops on that play. You got to be 100 miles an hour going after somebody looking up in the air for a ball.
What an outstanding onside attempt by Caps there, though.
Oh, no. That was a great onside.
So Mundy puts Byrne in motion. He's going to give it. That's Monroe running left.
There's a block in the back.
No hankies on the play, and Monroe takes it into McLean County territory. It's going to be a first down for the Aces. They're going to spot it at the 46-yard line of the Cougars.
What McLean County needs to do here is slow up Catholic's offense as best as we can because they are just going to run the ball. I think we have Jason Morris on his heels. He's just bleeding. He ain't hurt.
We have to get a stop. Have to keep contained
because they're just
on
the
the edges.
The clock.
Byrne goes in motion again, and it looks like there's going to be a false start on Catholic. So take that ball out of McLean County territory, put it back in Aces territory. Put it on that side.
We don't want it over there.
We don't want it here. We want it there.
Go back where it came from.
All right, so the 49-yard line of Owensboro Catholic, barely in Aces territory, but in Aces territory nonetheless.
We should tell that to COVID. Just go back.
Just go back. We don't want it.
We don't want it. You're not welcome here.
All right, so another tight shotgun formation. Byrne goes in
Low
motion.
snap,
Mundy holds on to it, and he takes off up the middle. And a good
Stopped at
job
the original
gang
line.
tackling there. As looked to be about a gain of 3 on the play.
Looked like a little tackling party at Braden Mundy.
And that's going to be back to the original line of scrimmage, another favorable spot. And with 13 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, Catholic is going to opt to run this thing out and take it into the fourth. So at the end of 3 quarters, your score is Owensboro Catholic 27, McLean County 16, here in the first round of the KHSAA Gridiron Playoffs at Steele Stadium. We're the McLean County Sports Network, and we are going to take this time to thank all of our sponsors. We'll take a quick break, and we will be right back. All right, and we are back quickly here. 2nd and 11 for the Aces, now moving right to left.
Oh,
and
ball's fumbled.
Ball is early snap there, hit Mundy in the knee.
No, that ain't Mundy.
That was Mundy in the backfield, hit him in the knee.
Oh, it looked like Clancy was back there. I saw an 8.
Clancy is 2. You did see an 8. That was Monroe. Get your numbers right, Drew. So
I never mathed too good.
And that's Gabe Whitmer with his 2nd sack of the game as a result, and it's going to be 3rd and 14 for the Aces here. As
Looks
they
like
are
they might air it out.
They're at midfield. Got 2 or 3 wide to the right. Mundy's looking that way. He throws it up middle, and it's going to be incomplete. It was an uncatchable ball, but they are going to call the pass interference on the Cougars.
There's no way anybody was getting to that ball.
Max Byrne had a step, but nobody was catching that football, regardless of the penalty. It's going to be 1st down for Catholic, as they were in 3rd and 14 situation. That's going to take them just past that 1st down marker. And McLean County's back disputing the call, it looks like, a little bit. They need to get up. And on the ball here, 1st and 10 for the Aces. McLean County desperately needing a stop as we have entered the last period of play of this game.
Yeah, that was clearly an uncatchable ball, but something like that you just can't avoid throwing the flag on.
And
there's a hold.
Mundy running right. He is hit hard and brought down right around the 1st down marker. Looking at the spot here, not pointing forward. It's going to be just shy of the 1st down marker. It's going to be 2nd and 1 for the Aces. McLean County changing some personnel here. Lucas Mosey, number 99, comes onto the field replacing James Hurley.
Going to let the Beast get some action.
And the Beast.
And they're going to be a neutral zone infraction.
The Beast jumps off sides. So it's going to be a 1st down Aces.
Well, he's excited. He's getting in there.
He's pumped.
Ready to go.
It's going to take him down to the 21-yard line, so just outside of the red zone.
You know, discipline is key in this ball game, and that's one of those things, you know, got to go when the ball moves. Trey Wright, far side.
Ball is given middle to Borman, and he's brought down after a gain of about 3 on the play. That clock keeps churning, and at this time in the game, that is extremely important for McLean County. I have a feeling we could see a healthy dose of those gold cleats here in this 4th quarter. So those are some impressive gold cleats. They remind me of the eggs in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. As Mundy takes a snap, running right. Decent block out front. He gets down close to the 10-yard line. That's going to be a 1st down for Owensboro Catholic as he's brought down the 11-yard line. Oh.
Oh, extracurriculars.
So he did not get to the 11-yard line. He is going to be 1 yard short. I'm going to call it 3rd and 1 from the 12.
I think my favorite gold cleats are Michael Johnson, the U.S. sprinter,
those are pretty
in the
cool.
96 Olympics in Atlanta.
All right, Mundy gives it to Borman running
there
middle.
He is high-stepping.
Huge hole, and he is in for the touchdown. Chris Borman takes it in from 12 yards out, 9:32 to play in this ball game. Aces extend their lead out to 33-16, extra point pending. And that was a large hole created by that offensive front of the Catholics, and Borman ran through it very, very hard.
Yeah, he's a very good downhill runner.
And extra point by Payne is up, and it is wide right. So the score will remain 33-16 here. Again, 9:32 to play in this 4th quarter. And with that, we're going to stick with you here for a few moments and thank a few more of our sponsors. I just want to preface this one by saying a certain other sponsor may or may not have affected the reading of this particular sponsor. B.F. Evans Ford, your source for new cars or new Fords and used cars located in Livermore, Kentucky. Be sure to go see Buddy Gary for all of your car and service needs. located in Livermore, Kentucky. Hand Therapy Plus, Total Body Rehab. Skilled occupational and physical therapist located in Owensboro, Kentucky. I was there just a few hours ago. Actually had 9 dry needles stuck in my back. If you don't know what that is, it's very therapeutic, but it does sound terrible. Metal needles stuck in your back, connected to electrodes. It's very good stuff. Go see them for all of your therapy needs. As Payne sends this one away, Braden Piercy backs up and fields it at his own 5-yard line. He's running up the middle, trying to find some room, bouncing off some defenders. He gets out close to the 25-yard line, going to be brought down to 24. So decent return there of 19 yards for Piercy. So 9:24 to play. Coach Wagner's really going to have to dig in his playbook and see if he can find some plays that can get the Cougars in the end zone in a hurry.
Yeah, he really needs to dig into that green notebook of his and find out what plays he's going to pull here.
Green notebook. Nice pull, Drew. That's a Waterboy reference in case anybody did not catch it.
I'm a big Jerry Reed guy.
Oh, yeah. I don't know who Jerry Reed is.
The Snowman. Coach Red Bowu.
Matthew Miller goes under center. Sends Connor Baldwin in motion. The ball is pitched out to Connor. He's looking to throw. That breaks down. He's looking to throw some more. And he turns something into nothing into a little bit of something right there.
Yeah, well out of bounds. White Hat's going to
late
call the flag, but the line judge there doesn't want to throw it.
delayed late hit penalty.
Kind of looks like the deal we're getting tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
And there's another Cougar down on the near sideline trying to see who that is. It was upfield.
Looks
like a cramp situation.
Which is understandable. I mean, you haven't played a full game in 2 months.
And I'm not positive, but I think that may be Zach Clayton.
I haven't seen any numbers. It's hard for me to tell.
So they're stretching him out right here, and that penalty is going to put McLean County. Oh, it's Brady Dame. It's Brady Dame that was on the turf with cramps. He's going to hobble off. So that's unfortunate right now in this particular situation because Brady Dame's ability to stretch the field is very needed in this moment where we're kind of behind the 8 ball and need to score quickly. And just how our offense typically operates, it's going to be difficult or even more difficult without Brady Dame on the field.
Yeah, he's definitely one of our key players of the offense, and he's definitely been a key player tonight. I mean, I would say, well, Brady has all of our receiving yardage tonight, so
he's been a beast as Miller goes under center, and he's going to give it to Connor Baldwin running right. He has some room. He cuts it back. Gets across the 50. He gets down to the 46-yard line, stays on his feet, and nice run right there by Connor, 13 yards on the carry. That's going to give McLean County another first down as they enter into Owensboro Catholic territory. Going to set up at the 46.
Yeah, if you put Connor on paper, whenever we spoke about him earlier about the Swiss Army knife, and if you just look at him on paper for his size and weight, you wouldn't believe that he was pushing 4 guys downfield to get a first down. But kid's got heart.
He has a ton of heart. As Matthew Miller goes under center, 3 in the backfield with him. The ball is given to Andrew Munster running right, and he takes a handful of Owensboro Catholic aces down to the 41-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play. Another grinding run by Andrew Munster. But unfortunately, at this moment in time, the clock continues to run on these running plays. We're going to have to find a way to get something going through the air in order to conserve some of this clock.
Looks like Munster's on the sideline here getting stretched out.
It's cramping an issue, and that's something a 7-week layoff will do to these young men's bodies. As Miller gives the ball to Baldwin, running right. He's met at the line of scrimmage.
That might have been a face mask on Borman, but I don't think we're going to see it.
He got a yard on the play. Going to bring up a 3rd and 5 situation. We have another cramping situation possibly. No, Chandler is up.
Might have just got a little dead leg there.
Could have been dead-legged upfield right there. So it's going to be 3rd and 5. Chandler Moore, 6'7", offensive tackle, comes off the field. 7:28 and ticking on this McLean County Cougar football season.
You got 5 seconds on the play clock. We
got
better
to get something off. Matthew does. He pitches it out to Baldwin. He's looking to throw. He throws it to Brady Dame across the middle. It's tipped and picked. It's number 21 with the interception. He runs out of bounds. And with that interception, the McLean County comeback at this point looks bleak. We're going to need some magic here over these last 7 minutes and 10 seconds.
And I know Jason Morris. He ain't going to put that ball in the air.
No. I wouldn't be surprised. Well, the freshman Monroe has been he's been pretty steady tonight. Pretty sure-handed option in the backfield. It wouldn't have surprised me to see Chris Borman enter this game, but looks like they're just going to run it Monday. And there's number 25 with the carry, pick up 5 on the play. That is Jack Terry. I believe that is his second touch of the game.
I believe you're right there.
5-yard gain. This clock ticks under 7 minutes. And I say that because at this juncture, the clock has a lot to do with what's going on in this football game.
Right, and I imagine Catholic's not going to put their line down less than 10 seconds on the play clock.
And Mundy hands the ball again, this time to Monroe, and he's tripped up. That's a 3-yard gain on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 2 for the Aces.
And I'm telling you, that Monroe kid's going to be, you're going to hear that name a lot the next 3 years.
Yes, I mean, just a freshman. He's shown his straight line speed. He got out, had a 55-yard touchdown run earlier in this game, and he's a very promising player. His money takes the snap and runs into Cougar territory, brought down at the 46-yard line. Plenty for the first down, and at this point, staying in bounds and running that clock is Coach Jason Morris's chief objective in this one.
Yeah, that's going to be your bread and butter to close out a ball game. Right now, you're going to put in your closer offense and just let it go to work.
Also, at this point, the McLean County defense has to be pretty gassed. They've been out there a lot tonight.
Played half the games that Catholic has, so they're not game conditioned.
They're not conditioned, as we've seen with these cramp issues here in just the last few minutes. And it's frustrating here is every single time they keep this thing on the ground, that's another 40 seconds that turns off this clock because Catholic, being the disciplined offense that they are, they're letting that thing run down to about 5 seconds every time before they go. They're being very deliberate, and that's what you have to do. And as we talked about in the pregame, ball control is going to be key for this game. If you get into a shootout with Owensboro Catholic, they just have so many weapons they can throw at you. And unfortunately, if I had to guess, I'd say the ball or possession time as Monroe takes the ball running right, hits a seam, and he's up the sideline. Shoestring, touchdown-saving tackle right there. Looked like Elijah Baldwin with the nice tackle at the 5-yard line. And a lot of gumption out of the freshman Baldwin right there to make that tackle.
Jason Morris is going to hurry up and put everybody back on the line of scrimmage now.
Get back up to it. Now he wants to.
Now he's going to put Borman in.
Now he wants to put one in the end zone, and that's exactly what Hunter Monroe does. As with 4:33 to play in this one, Monroe goes in to the end zone to increase the Aces' lead to 39-16. Extra point pending. But anyway, just a tough night. But I got to say, Drew, as this one looks to be in a tough spot, I am so glad these boys got the opportunity to come back out here and put it on the line one more time. Truly was special seeing our crowd come over and support these young men, all of you at home supporting these guys. And while it's,
I mean, absolutely. I mean, with everything that's been going on with the world.
Hold on just a second. I do want to thank one of our sponsors we left out one more time. The Greenery.
Get our money's worth.
Floral and Tuxedo Rentals. Go see Yvette at the Greenery Floral and Tuxedo Rentals located in Calhoun, Kentucky for home and wall decor, gifts, wedding suit, and tuxedo rentals. All of your floral needs and much, much more. Go see Yvette in the old McLean County News Building located right beside the courthouse. The Greenery, Floral, and Tuxedo Rentals. Sorry about that, Drew. I just needed to get that one in there. Wanted to make sure that
No, I mean, with everything going on, everybody's looking for a sense of normalcy in our lives, and virtual schooling. You see it, as being a educator yourself.
Yes.
And it didn't take, the school board. The school board. This was all in their hands on whether or not they should suspend this football game for us or not, and allowing these boys to play and making that decision. And that's not an easy decision to make, and nowadays there's not a lot of easy decisions to make with what's everything going on.
No, and let's say this: the school board made this decision to let these guys come out, and I know they're extremely appreciative. The parents are extremely appreciative. The community is, because sports. It gives us an out. It gives an outlet. It gives us something to not think about so many of the serious, depressing things that are happening in this crazy 2020 year. But that being said, all of these tough decisions are a nice grab by Brady Dame right there. Again, calling
brings it to
his
the 41-yard line.
41-yard line, 35-yard pickup on the play. No, that's bad math. That's close, though. But 27-yard pickup. But
we'll take it.
We'll take it. But anyway, all of these tough decisions are being made truly with the best intentions in mind. And, nobody really knows.
Right.
You don't know what you don't know. So Matthew Miller goes under center. And he's going to air this thing out again. He throws it over to Brady Dame. He's bumped, and he
got
comes
some man
down
all
with
over
it.
him.
And you can throw a flag for pass interference again. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, and he's hurt. So imagine that, somebody jumping up in the air to catch a ball, and you got somebody all over you, and yet nobody's going to throw a flag. And I'm sure you saw the same thing that I did, everybody at home.
And seriously, throughout this game, Brady Dame has made catch after catch in traffic, under duress, and a lot of times we haven't seen the flags come out because he is physically imposing over the defense, which is not fair to Brady Dame. It's not his fault. He's 6'4", 200 pounds, and is faster and can jump higher than anybody else on that team. That's not his fault.
It's not his fault. You can't guard him.
Exactly. And if you can't guard him, you grab him. And in that case, they grabbed him. In almost every other case where he's brought down a catch, they've grabbed him. And there's been one flag thrown all night with people all over him. You cannot penalize a kid for being bigger, stronger, and faster. And that's what's happened a lot to Brady Dame tonight. He's made some outstanding plays. He's been huge. He's had 2 touchdowns.
We had an impossible catch down here get called pass interference.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. Matthew Miller's going to air it out again. And that one come out a little bleak and flies out of bounds. A little bit of a duck from Matthew right there looking at Zach Clayton. Goes harmlessly out of bounds. So
but he was feeling the pressure.
10. He's feeling pressure a little bit. It came out a little wobbly, but that's okay. That's okay.
Happens.
I like seeing Matthew air it out. He's had a lot of success tonight. And the rest of this drive, I'd love to see it, 3:32 remaining in this game. 2nd and 10 for the Cougars here on the Catholic Aces 46-yard line.
I feel like they're starting the play clock fairly quickly, though.
Yeah, I agree. As Miller goes under center, and he still gets it away. Savvy senior quarterback Matthew Miller, he gets the pass away. Hit as he thrown. He took a shot in the ribs right there.
Yeah, right in the breadbasket.
Good job for him to get it away and put it in the vicinity. He had Connor Baldwin and Zach Clayton out there. He put it in the vicinity and actually gave them a shot. It wasn't even just, a get-rid-of-it kind of deal. Matthew's hurting. He's got the play. He's come over to the sideline, getting the play from Coach Wagner. And you're right, Drew. Has 26 seconds passed since that pass fell incomplete and they spotted the football? I don't think so. I want to compare the scoreboard and the play clock as Miller gives the ball to Andrew Munster, and he is motoring downfield, gets inside the 30-yard line. And
let's see
the play clock start.
Already started. The ball is yet to be spotted.
4-second difference, 5 second almost. I'm not gonna harp on it too much because, I've seen home field clock situations at our place too.
We ain't even got a clock.
We do. We don't have a play clock.
Exactly. So how can there be a discrepancy with the play clock?
I've seen the last few seconds of halves and quarters.
I'm not
run
saying.
out.
I'm just saying.
Anyway,
I'm not
Matthew
saying.
Miller looking to throw right, and he heaves it up to Brady Dame, and Brady Dame comes
Oh
down
my
with
gosh.
it, and another touchdown.
How did he get that?
You can't cover this kid. You cannot cover this kid. And
He
little
caught it
more
below
magic.
his waist.
A little more magic between Matthew Miller
My
and Brady
goodness.
Dame tonight, and the heart and soul right there. Just you love seeing it. Brady Dame, a career night. Matthew Miller, a career night. Just an outstanding performance by both of these young men. After that touchdown, it goes 22-40. 2-point conversion attempt coming up. What a catch.
I'm still trying to figure it out.
You can't cover him.
He caught it below his waist.
I hope college is here or somebody's watching this thing, because this kid has the potential to play at the next level for sure. Is Matthew Miller.
Now they want to call a hold.
You're going to call that now? You're going to call that now? I guess you have to. They're supposed to be objective in this situation.
Yeah, but we don't have to up here.
We definitely don't have to. Matthew Miller trying to get into the end zone. One more time right there. They're going to back it up 10 yards from that spot, and maybe Matty Ice will be able to put it in the air one more time.
Why not? Run a slant. Well,
indeed. It's going to be back at the 16-yard line now, and
let's try it again.
Let's try it again. Locate Brady. Also want to see what Connor does here. Matthew's going to throw. He puts it up in the air, Brady Dame, and that is the first well-defended pass in Brady Dame's direction of this entire game. Good job, Catholic secondary. You defended one pass to Brady Dame. Good job. Okay.
1 out of 6-ish.
Huh?
So 1 out of 6.
1 out of 6?
Well,
no, he's caught more balls than that. He scored 3 times.
I'm saying he wasn't hit on that play. He wasn't hit before the ball was touched. Or
yeah. That was a
legitimately well defended play.
That was a well defended play. Exactly. So 2:45 remaining in this one. I'm going to hold off and play the sponsor video after the game. But 2:45 to play in this one. Like I said, unless something crazy happens. Not looking good for the Cougars, but seeing a lot of heart by McLean County right here. And you look out right now, and this is an awesome view because you see a lot of seniors out there on this kickoff team right now. And
Catholic's playing short up front, hands team.
And
whoa! Whistle was blown way early.
Kind of calling offsides on McLean County there. I didn't see anybody jump or run past, but could have been. I know that right side was there quickly. We'll see what the flag was for.
Try it again.
Now
Still trying to figure it out.
I'm honestly wondering if they threw that flag with the intent of saying that Owensboro Catholic went off sides. Can you do that, Drew? Is that a penalty?
No, a receiving kick.
Can they touch it before
They can touch it before
passes?
10 yards,
I
I
thought so.
thought.
Like, we couldn't. Maybe I'm wrong on that.
Make-up call. Ball don't lie. Ball don't lie, I guess, in this situation.
So we're going to scoot it up.
Try it again.
Try it again.
Well, they're above, in front of 10 yards now.
Man, just keep doing it. You know?
Go for it. I didn't know that was a rule. Keep going for it, I guess. I mean, that's the first I heard of it.
I had no clue.
I know we cannot touch the ball until after 10 yards, but the whistle was blown. This line judge is serious.
Wow. What did he do this time? And is that going to be...
That might be a Jason Morris penalty.
That's a Jason Morris penalty. Expect nothing less. Former McLean County head coach.
Allegedly.
He went 0-10
Yeah, he wasn't too productive.
the year before Coach Wagner took over. So, all right, so here we come. All the way up to the Catholic 40-yard line is where we're going to try.
Hey, we needed some magic, and something's happening, I guess.
All right.
All right, this is the
This is the weirdest onside kick attempt I've ever seen in my life.
the hands team for Owensboro Catholic should know what's coming by now.
I tell you what, a pooch over that hands team, and if somebody fast enough, a gunner, could grab it, that would be an interesting situation too. And big snap, and that's number 13, Max Byrne, who has shown to have sure hands, falls on it for Owensboro Catholic. And after quite the interesting onside attempt, Catholic finally winds up with it at their own 31-yard line. But seriously, at that point, if you had a very,
at that point you would have to reassess the situation and make sure everyone was aware that you were going to do a pooch kick. At that point, everybody was just expecting the onside still.
Right. I'm just saying,
Well, here, I'm going to say this too. After that penalty, after these onside penalties and Jason Morris getting a personal foul, I'm going to say Catholic's going to throw the ball.
You think? You think he's going to throw the ball?
He's going to throw the ball.
Man, you're going to have some happy people on this sideline. Now, Hunter Monroe running out right. He's going to stop and let himself be tackled. And a few Cougars take him down on that one. Gabe Whitmer being one of them. Gabe Whitmer, outstanding senior season for Gabe. Shows what leverage can do as a defensive end. Long arms, long legs. And he's been an impact player for the Cougars all season, and in this one as well. I believe he has 2 sacks tonight, another tackle for loss right there. So big game and big season for Gabe Whitmer.
Oh, absolutely. That kid has nothing to hang his head on. And the only thing to be upset about is that, didn't get to play 10 games.
All right, so another run up the middle. Monroe pounding it. Going to pick up a few on the play. We're down inside 2 minutes now.
Yeah, that kid's going to be all eyes on him here soon. I mean, he's making waves across this district, and
he's going to be good. He's going to be a good one. Number 31, Zayner Abney, enters the game. Senior enters the game at interior defensive line position, and great to see Zayner get in there. Hardest working kids you'll ever be around. Loves to get after it in the weight room. And he's in there right now at D tackle. And Mundy's going to hold on to it, running right. And
tackled in bounds, shy of the first down. Pick up about 5 yards, I'd say. 5 or 6. 5 yards.
And there comes number 40, Caleb Stein, into the game. And we got a timeout, McLean County. To make sure we get all of the seniors back out here onto the field if I'm Coach Wagner.
Absolutely. Everybody has earned their right to play, especially these seniors. And that's what I hate most for them, for these kids, that they did not get to experience a full 10-game season, counting the playoffs an 11-game. But much respect to this team and this coaching staff, because I know they put in the work as much as they could this year, have dealt with so much adversity, and to come out here to just strap up and play one last time, that's going to be something special. they're going to remember this for the rest of their lives. There's no doubt.
Definitely. As it looks like Owensboro Catholic is going to punt it back to the Cougars. Connor Baldwin is the deep man. High snap, punt is away.
And nobody touched him.
A little short, and it is going to bound down to, it looks to be about the McLean County 26-yard line. So McLean County will have another opportunity on offense to get some guys in there. Here with 43 seconds to play.
Yeah, if guys didn't play very much defense, now they'll get their shot on offense here and see how things are going to pan out for them.
As we were saying, Drew, some gutsy performances by McLean County tonight. Really stricken, I do believe, from that 7-week layover. You saw some rust, particularly in the first quarter and a half, because I feel like after that, this was a very even ball game. But it's sometimes if you put yourself in such a hole, it's hard to climb back out of that. As Matty Ice is going to throw it, he's rolling right. He puts it up and he throws it.
That's going to be picked off.
Into the Catholic defense. That's number 9, and that was number 9, William Carrico, a freshman, with the interception, and that'll all but do it. Matthew Miller limping off the field. Very gutty performance by the senior quarterback. Truly with a lot of problems, both of his knees. He's had a lot of problems over the last 2 years, but a gutsy performance by Matthew. Extremely proud of him and all of the seniors here tonight. One final ride, and
Morris is going to line up in the victory formation here.
So Morris not going to try to put on any more points or anything like that. A classy move. Has Mundy knees on it, and that's going to be the game, folks. Your final score will be Owensboro Catholic 40, McLean County 22, as our Cougars put up plenty of fight, but were unable to pull off the magic that we saw 53 weeks ago. We are the McLean County Sports Network. We appreciate every single one of y'all that have been with us all season, that has paid $10 a game to watch us and be with us during these things. It means a lot to us. I know it's difficult. It's difficult times, difficult decisions, but we very much appreciate that. And anyway, we will be able to get back to you come basketball season. But as we said, we very much appreciate the support. And we're going to go one last time. We're going to thank our sponsors. Like I said, on behalf of myself, Drew, and Dave, we're the McLean County Sports Network, and we thank you for tuning in.